Okay. So some of your words that I seen
Yeah.
that you
Mm-hmm.
had highlighted. Okay. I am going to
Mm-hmm.
minimize this. Oh, okay.
Okay.
It won't let me.
Yeah.
So
Some of them are tricky. I mean,
that they were.
yeah.
So okay, here we go.
Okay.
So I don't know. Let me know if you can hear this. It's how to pronounce aesthetic. Could you hear that?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay. If you go to merriam-webster.com, I will send this
Okay.
over to you. It
Okay.
gives you a breakdown of how to pronounce stuff, and
Okay.
it's a lot of help.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I looked up all the words that I'm like, oh, these ones definitely help.
Yeah, because some of them are not in the dictionary. You know, like in word reference. You know, this one. Yeah.
Yep. So there's
Okay.
one link, and that's for aesthetic, because
Okay.
you have like a different
Okay.
spelling down for it. And I looked up a bunch of these, so I'm just going to send them straight to you.
Okay.
Because I found that was the easiest way to do this.
Yeah, for sure. And also because I can hear how many times you want. So.
Yep. This is a dictionary that I use myself. I love it. It's called Merriam-Webster Dictionary, and it's one of the popular ones here in the United States.
I didn't know about it, so this is nice.
And if you click on it, it has like a right by the word. It gives you the pronunciation of it.
Yeah. Wow. That's great. Thank you.
You had some different words that I was very impressed with.
Really?
Yeah. There's some that I'm like, wow, we'd never use that term.
Yeah, well, it's, you know, philosophical vocabulary, so.
Yeah, there's some I'm like, wow, this is impressive.
Well, some of them I never used out of the class, so it's like, yeah.
Falsy is one that is not a very common one that we use at all.
Which one?
Falsy.
Okay.
Okay. Trying logic, and then I just pulled the ones that you had asterisks by.
Yeah, because I mean some of them are quite easy.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sure I don't pronounce perfectly any of them, but
your English is very good. I am very impressed, actually.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're lying, but thank you.
Your English is very good. It's very helpful to have somebody that can speak good English. I've worked with people doing this project before, and it's like, huh? What was that? It's been a few years. I've been out of high school for 13 years now, and I have not had a second language since then, and I took French. So yeah, my second language is not there.
You never study Spanish or something?
No. Nope. I did not study Spanish at all. I will.
Well.
There you go. So I put on there aesthetic is the first one, and then
you don't need to send all of them. I mean, I discovered this dictionary and I think it's amazing. So
yeah, and they'll break down all the words, and I mean it tells you how to pronounce everything syllable by syllable. So that way it makes it easier for you.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure which words.
No, well, the best is the audio because I'm not really sure how to read, the other way.
Yeah. Our English is a difficult language. I will give you that. And it breaks down into like how to pronounce it, like principle. And the way they have it broke up there, I would struggle with that. So I find that just hitting the box in it, pronouncing it, it helps you out so much.
Okay, I'm gonna look for this one.
You want to share screen time there, little band? We had a teacher strike here, so we've had a teacher strike going on here in West Virginia, and all the public schools have actually been not in session because of the teacher strike and them not working. So that's why he's hanging out with Mom.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what is about the strike, I mean?
Well, our health insurance is really, really bad. It's called PEIA, Public Employees Insurance Agency, and it is horrible. Like, I mean, and they wanted to pass a bunch of increases and stuff like that, which would have been almost impossible for any regular family to be able to afford. I mean, your insurance rates would be going from, for example, a good friend of mine has PEIA now, and hers would have been going for her family from $300 a month to $1,500 a month to $1,500. So that's a giant increase for a little bit of pay. And West Virginia our teacher salary is rated one of the least amount in the United States. It's ranked 48th or 49th out of 50 states. So they were wanting to get an increase in pay and better insurance. So they've been striking, I think, for 5 days now.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Our high school teachers were on a strike. Well, not exactly a strike, but protest and something like this. Because since the crisis started, they are working more hours for the same salary. So I think it's the same all over the world.
Yeah, same here. I mean, we used to, back in the 70s and stuff, used to get per diem for the teachers to get paid for the classroom supplies that they have to put in. We used to get $200-300 a month or a year to help with the cost of the schools, you know, for the students. Nowadays, you don't even get that. You're lucky to get maybe $50-60, and you have to buy all the pencils, the notebooks, anything that you want in your classroom for your students to have. You, as a teacher, have to purchase it.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy. I mean, well.
With me being an after-school teacher and doing the art program, this year I had to go out and buy 40 pairs of scissors because I had no scissors. I had to buy pencils. I had crayons and stuff like that, but any kind of like out there projects that I want to do, I have to buy those supplies. It's crazy. Yeah. It's absolutely crazy how much you have to pay into it.
I know. And you need all this stuff to work. Because art, I mean, yeah.
And I've spent probably close to almost $300 in art supplies just this year alone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's crazy. It's crazy.
The things we do for our kids.
Yeah.
So, okay, so since we're on the school talk, some of our education, we work from kindergarten, which starts, we have preschool, actually, it starts before that. And preschool is, you have your 3 and 4-year-olds for it.
Okay.
And then you go to your kindergarten, which is your 5 and 6-year-olds. And then you go 1st grade through 12th grade, which goes from your 7 to 18-year-olds.
Okay, and all of these grades are like mandatory for every children around the country, or okay?
Yes. Yeah. Preschool is the only one. Preschool and kindergarten, it depends on what state you're in, whether you are required to send your child there. But most kids do go to preschool here in West Virginia, and most do go to kindergarten. Kindergarten's a lot of your basis. That's where you learn your ABCs, your colors, your foundation of education. And 12th grade is when you can get your diploma from high school, and that's your GED, that's your everything. And then from there, it's your choice then if you want to go to college. Okay. Which public schools are all free, but your college is not.
No, that's really expensive there. Isn't it?
It's, for me to go here to Glenville alone, I've got about $30,000 at least into it. Yeah, and a friend of mine is going to Marshall, which is another college here in West Virginia, and it is going to cost them around $100,000.
What? Oh my God.
Yeah. Last summer, last year alone, I just got done doing my taxes, and I spent over $8,000 just here at Glenville in tuition.
We are talking about public university, or?
Yeah, this is the Glenville State College that I'm attending.
Public. Okay, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And we complain here about the prices, but it's nothing compared to.
Oh, we have to take the praxis too. Those are awful. Those are horrible. I just got done taking my core praxis. You have to take your core praxis here, and then you have to take your individual for your licensure. I'm getting 2 degrees. I'm getting a degree in elementary education and a degree in early education. So I'll be able to
at the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
Impressive. I'll be able to teach preschool all the way up to 6th grade. With your early ed degree, that's your preschool and kindergarten degree. And with your early ed or your elementary ed, that's your kindergarten through 6th grade. So that's pretty much a breakup there. So with that, I have 7 different praxis tests I have to take. I'll have my multi-subject.
And just with the degree, you can work?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. With my degree, then I will be able to go become a teacher after this.
You don't have to do anything like an exam after that, or?
Well, that's our praxis exams.
Okay.
That's where that's your state licensure there. And then you, of course, have to take your classes and have your degree from in a college. So you have both of them. Your state testing, your praxis, that's where your money comes in, and those are the headaches. Those are horrible. Yeah, I have to go take one next Monday. We're on spring break next week, so that's one reason I'm like, we got to get this in this
week. Good luck with that.
Oh, thank you. But we have to everybody has to take the core, the praxis core, which is math, reading, and writing. And you have to have
basics.
The basics. And they're horrible. They're absolutely horrible. Most colleges do not make you have to be in them to get into certain courses, but here at Glenville, you actually have to have those courses passed before, or you have to have those tests passed before you can take specific courses. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. I do not like
I see.
So is there any questions you have for me? I feel like I'm like talking your ear off.
No, I mean, I think it's pretty similar. I mean, elementary teachers in the United States with the ones here in Spain, but it's different for the high school teachers here, because as I told you, I took my degree in philosophy, and then after that, if you want to become a teacher, you have to do the master's degree I'm doing now, which is 1 year, just 1 year. And after that, if you want to be a teacher in public schools, you have to take a big exam.
Gotcha.
To become like a public employee, you know what I mean? But it's really difficult. So, but I think it's worth it, because if you pass this big exam, it's like you have a job for the rest of your life. So
yeah. That's basically how it is with teaching too. Here you go and get your 4-year degree in your different level. Like I said, mine's in elementary education, early ed both. And then after your 4 years, you can go, and that's your bachelor's degree. And when you get your bachelor's degree, you can make the decision to go start teaching in the public schools, or teaching because to be able to get your degree down here, especially specifically here at Glenville, you have to have your testing passed, which is your PLTs and your praxis that I was telling you about. And once those are done, you can get your degree too. You know, that helps with your degree. And then, okay, sorry, it just came up. My internet was unstable, so I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I noticed that.
Yeah, I'm like, why is that coming up like that? But then after you get your bachelor's degree down here, you can continue on and get your master's, but you do that while you're teaching. And you can even go on and get your doctorate after that. to be.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now, but.
Yeah, the internet is goofy on both ends.
Mm.
What
were you saying?
So after you get your bachelor's degree, it works great. You can start going in and teaching at the elementary schools or your high schools. Most of the time you do that, and then while you're teaching, you work on getting your master's as well. So you're doing both at the same time. And a lot of teachers down here don't even have their masters. The only benefit with getting your master's down here is the better pay. There's about a $3,000 to $4,000 increase if you have your master's. So, and then even after that, you can go on and get your doctorate. But most people don't go on and get their doctorate unless they're planning on teaching at like a state college or something. Because to be able to teach at the college, you have to have a doctorate most of the time.
Okay. So, are there like two different kinds of universities?
We have state colleges, and then we have like your Ivy Leagues, which are your like big, fancy, expensive Harvard.
Okay.
Okay.
Yale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, but most of the time, you have your local colleges and your state colleges, and then your universities is the main breakups. Which honestly, the only difference is basically is your class sizes and the quality. I mean, this is a state college I go to. West Virginia University's one. Their class sizes are anywhere from 100 to 2. I've seen them. I've heard people talk about having class sizes of 100. Versus here at Glenville, I think the most I've ever had was like 30 in a class. And this semester I have 5 and 6 in a class. That's it. I mean, the higher up you go, the less students there is in a class. It's pretty cool how that works.
Wow, but yeah, because here, well, we are in this masters. We are all together. I mean, philosophy teachers, English, Spanish, biology, whatever. So we are all together. We are like 200, and we are separate in 3 groups. So it's maybe 80 people per class. So
wow.
not a good, yeah. I think it's better in your way, because finally, if you are just with, I don't know, 5-10 people, it's just it's amazing. Yeah, you are lucky.
Yeah, I mean, in my freshman classes, I had like the larger groups of like 30, and the more specialized classes I get, like that, I'm in my senior year now, and the more specialized classes I get into, the less amount of students I'm with, and I'm mostly with the same 6 people with all my classes, and we're all set pretty much to graduate at the same time. So you start out with a bigger group, and then as you come to your specialty, you get smaller and smaller.
Okay. So your specialty is art, or?
No, elementary education and early education.
Yeah, but you don't get like specialized in one subject, like, I don't know, English or?
No. Not with Now, if I was to go and get like a high school degree, or if I was planning on teaching like high school or middle school, I could get like a science degree, and that would cover science 9 through 5 or 6 through 9. But I'm not doing that. I'm doing elementary education, early ed, and with those grade levels, everything is taught. So I have to be basically a jack of all trades and know everything. So I get specialized in everything. I've had 5 math classes. I've had 5 sciences. I've had 5 Englishes. I've had 5 different types of social studies. So instead of just narrowing and focusing on one, I focus on everything.
Okay, that's a little bit different. Well, here I think it's similar, but there are some teachers that when they're doing their grade in elementary school, they can specialize in English, I think PE, and maybe music. Yeah, I think so. But for the rest, I mean, I don't know, Spanish, science, all of that. I think they have the same teacher for, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I think so. So I was curious about homeschooling because I think it's pretty common there, or not.
It's not really all that common. I mean, because I've looked into it for my son when he was having a rough time a few years ago. I looked into it. In our community of Braxton County, where I live, which I don't even know how many people live there. I can look it up, but I'm not really sure how many. But I know there's only like 10, 15 families altogether. So in a county area, you're usually looking at only maybe 20, maybe 30 students altogether. So you don't even really have that many that's involved. And it's taught just like homeschool, just like you would a normal classroom, except for the classes are taught online. So it would be like taking an online course. So I don't know if you've ever taken online courses, but that's how it's ran.
Okay. That's weird. Because I thought it was more like the parents teach their own children. You know what I mean?
What did you think it was?
The parents are in charge of the education, like directly,
They
not
are.
online courses.
They basically are. And the parents are in charge of teaching your child, and you can go online and take the courses online. That's where most of the material is found nowadays. And like you can, I don't know if you guys have Google there, but we use Google for everything.
Yeah.
We Google everything. And if you type in homeschooling for West Virginia, it'll kind of give you, it lines up these different websites that parents can use and different materials that you can use, and then the parents just teach that material to the children. I mean, it has its good things, it has its bad things. You know, if your child struggles, really help them with those types. But I'm not a big fan of homeschooling for the simple fact that they don't get the socialism. They don't get to socialize with the other with other kids. They don't get to learn how to solve a fight or how to get along with others. They don't learn those basic social skills. And then too, a lot of times, the parents choose what they want to teach to their kids, and the kids end up losing out because they passed the GED exam, which is a way for you to get your diploma, and that's how homeschooling works, is you get your GED, and they get that material and they learn that material. But like, for example, a friend of mine, he was homeschooled and his parents always sheltered him really bad. He never knew that we had a airport, or that we had a county fair, or some of the major things in our community. He never knew about because his father or his grandfather that raised him chose not to teach him that. So
finally you are out of the community. So
basically you're sheltered. It has its good points, like if you are constantly traveling or your child is sick, it has those good points to teach those things. But at the same point, it has the backfires. So but it's an interesting, that's a good topic. I've never had somebody ask me that, so that was a good one.
Because here in Spain it's like totally uncommon. I mean, I've never met anyone who is homeschooling. So, and I think it's I was doing my research about it, and I think it's out of the law. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, it's not against the law, but because here in Spain the law says you have to be schooling, like in public or private schools. So if you do homeschooling, it's not that it's illegal, but you can get into trouble. So
I'm looking up right now. There is 14,415 people that live approximately in Braxton County, where I live.
Wow.
And the population of that homeschools is maybe top most 20 families. So maybe give or take 40. That's pushing it. Maybe 40 kids total.
Yeah. It's not so much, but it's more common. Than here, but not so much. Okay, I don't know. Do you have any questions about Spain?
No, no. I feel bad because I've been there, done this. This is my second COIL project. The last time
okay, so you know everything.
Yeah. The last time I did this, I had 2 different people. So I had 2 different people asking me questions. It's like,
Wow.
So it's kind of nice to have one-on-one. It's like, oh, I can relax.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And now you know everything, so.
Yeah. So like I said, you're welcome to ask me anything. I'm open for questions.
I'm sure I have more questions. I don't know. Let me think. Maybe, I don't know.
Hey, you can always hit me up on Facebook. I'm always
yeah.
That's a great way to respond. I love Facebook. I'm like, to me, email down here is so goofy, and you can sometimes get service and sometimes not. And I've had emails come through 24 hours later and not get them and everything else. So I'm like, just hook me up on Facebook. It's so much easier. And it's an instant reply instead of 10 minutes reply.
Yeah. It's difficult to get used to check your I don't know, college email every day. It's like,
I have an app on my phone.
Because normally it's just bad news. I mean, more assignments or something like this.
Yes. Exactly. I'm like, oh, another homework assignment. Yippee! Another to study for. Yay!
Oh my God.
The only time they come through as good is whenever the professor sends you that message. I am having a family emergency today and we cannot have class. And it's like, yes!
Wow. Amazing. So I don't know. Tell me more about, I don't know, your art classes.
Okay, so in my after school program, I teach kids from kindergarten. So you're looking at your 5 and 6 year olds all the way up to 6th grade, which are 12, 13-year-olds. And I teach different forms of art. We've done pictures, we've done paintings, we've done clay. I try to bring in local artists to come in and show the students different art forms. I'm actually working with an instructor here on campus, and I want to try to get students from Spain to communicate with our kids and do like some kind of COIL project with them.
Wow.
I do a lot with the music. I do music too on that. We go through different instruments, different types of music from around the world, just breaking down the different types of sounds that everything makes. They really enjoy that. I work with I'm in the process of getting like some of the local writers to come in and show them how they write music and stuff like that. We did a caroling where we went around in some of the different houses back in December for Christmas. We've done, I just did a big Valentine's Day thing. Just did a big project on our unit on manners and how to politely talk to somebody and how to properly walk down a hallway without touching everything and how to chew with your mouth closed. You know, basic things that kids should know that they just don't.
Yeah, well, talking in public, I think, is one of the most important things that children should know.
Yeah, and sadly around here they don't. I mean, it's something that's taught until like a lot of times high school, and I was like, these kids need to know this. This is driving me nuts. And so I did just a big month-and-a-half long lesson on all this. So it was a good experience. They enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our teacher Alicia said to us the other day that, and I think she's right, that in Spain we never learn to speak in public. So we don't do like a lot of speeches or theater or something like this. So for me it was super difficult the first time I had to be like a teacher in a class and speak in front of the people, and because I never did it before. It's crazy. I mean, I was in college 5 years and I never got to speak in public. So
wow, that's crazy.
yeah. So the first time it's like, oh my god, everybody is looking at me, and oh yeah, very difficult. But I think I'm doing right now.
Your English, like I said, your English is phenomenal. You're doing very good.
Well, it's been a while since the last time I was speaking in English, so
yeah, I was kind of, whenever I read that, I'm like, oh no, I'm a little worried. How's this gonna go? And then you talking, I'm like, oh, this is easy. I got this.
Well, you're talking more than me, but you're the native, so it's your responsibility.
I just shared a link up here too. It's for a YouTube video.
Oh.
And it's actually a video of Jennings singing with a very popular group. It's called the Assistant Brothers. And he has little
yeah.
In front of
yeah, you wrote about it, right?
Yes. This is a really big popular band.
Oh wow.
And they do
I love that.
It's really cute.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. The guitar is bigger than him.
Yeah, and that's actually, we bought that guitar, and it's a smaller guitar than a regular one, and it was specifically bought for him, and whew, it cost me almost $1,000. I have $1,000 between his guitar and his case.
Wow.
Yeah. There, I just posted another one. The second one is just a solo of him and the lead guitar player singing, and it's one of my favorites. But check them out. They have all kinds of videos on YouTube. I mean, they're an amazing band. I'm trying to find the awesome ones. Oops.
Great.
Sorry about that.
Wow.
Yep. It's pretty cool. And
it's amazing.
This band here that I sent you info to, we're good friends with, and they are doing a big tour in Australia. And they are like ranked #1 on their country hits in Australia for their latest song called Poor Boys.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Poor Boys?
Yeah. Let me pull it up. Send you a link to this. This is just songs that they have. That's a good link for you to go to. There you go. And just gives a bunch of the different songs that they do. So it'll give you a good view of what our local music is like. So you can listen to what we listen to.
Are they famous like in the whole country, or just a community thing?
They're getting more popular with the whole country. They're getting bigger and bigger. We met them whenever they were still kind of little, and now they're growing to be pretty big. So they have like records with Sony Records in Australia. They have been to Nashville. They've been, they're getting bigger and bigger. So that's pretty cool.
And which kind of music is it?
It is, it's called country. A lot of people put it country rock.
Oh, okay.
So you have that variation. My mom plays with a bluegrass band, which I don't have anything of hers right up now. But she sings with or plays an upright bass with a country bluegrass band. Jennings does his thing. And I actually used to do, I was on a professional clogging team. So that's what I used to do too. Which clogging is a type of dance. Which, well, okay, on Facebook yesterday, a friend of mine sent a video of a bunch of guys dancing, and that's what clogging is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You got any questions, Jennings? No. I asked Jennings if he had any questions for you. He's like, I'm not really sure about this, Mom. He was unsure about it until I told, like, we were trying to explain it to him, and so he was really excited.
But did he meet the girls from the past year, or no?
No, he didn't get to meet. I had a boy and a girl, and he didn't get to meet them. He was at school the whole entire time I was doing it, or he was elsewhere. He was kind of little still at the time, so it was kind of hard to have him sit there and keep an eye on him and try to do this too. So
Jennings, besides of the guitar, what else are you into?
Come on over so she can see you.
Guitar, then
Hello.
A lot of anything. Mostly guitar.
He's got a guitar. You got a drum set.
Flute.
You got a flute.
So you are a musician, and that's it.
Yeah, he's 9 and he's tinkered around on pretty much every little instrument we can get to. He takes vocal lessons to sing. He did, yes. Until my we put vocal lessons on hold. He did those for about 4 or 5 years.
Maybe 5, yeah.
Yeah, 5 years or so. He took vocal lessons, and this semester has just been totally crazy between school and work and everything. That I'm like, yeah, we're gonna put those on hold. Let Mom do Mom stuff.
Well, like we quit on some girl, and then we went to another guy, and then I don't know what happened to him. Larry.
Yeah. Life got busy.
I think he went out of business. That's what he mostly did.
Yeah.
He didn't get
Here,
much.
scoot on up.
See?
Yeah, she can't hear you. So
Sorry.
it's okay.
Yeah,
between my internet.
It was because I couldn't hear you. Yeah, the internet is crazy. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, my computer is telling me join. Hello.
Hi.
Okay. I thought I missed you.
I just sent you a thing because it's being really goofy. If you want, we can start wrapping this up since it's getting so goofy, and I have a hunch our internet's just going to keep fighting us, because that's what happened the last time. Was the more you use the app, the worse it gets.
Okay.
Huh.
So, yeah, we can do this.
So, do you have any more questions or anything for me?
I don't think so. Well, if I have, I will send to you on Facebook. So.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So it's been great meeting you. I think we have like 2 or 3 more sessions that we have to do. So, yep, no problem. We're all good.
Yeah. See you in a week or 2, maybe.
Sounds good. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for everything. Bye, Jennings. Bye.